See, the yellow line's your best friend. I mean, that takes away a passing lane. As long as you stay down on that yellow line, you're going to have to go around me on the outside. So I don't have to look to my left very often.
And just saw a tire get broken off.
Looked like something happened there.
The 94 of Brett Hudson turned around, slams into the wall. The tire came off just before he entered turn 3, and we could see the outside lining of that coming off.
And listen, it's not unusual to have a tire problem on the left side because you run the air pressure so low. And sometimes those pressures are so low and the air pressure doesn't build up quick enough, it can damage the tire.
Great news, though, unfortunately for the 94, but a single car incident here.
Brett Hudson down on the bottom of the racetrack. You'll see the left rear come off right there.
Just lost the tread.
Milka Duna did a great job, the 63 car, giving him room and avoiding him.
Oh, and how about how close that was for Marianne Defoe that went by.
Whoa.
Within inches of that car making its way up the racetrack.
There's Milka. She might have made a little contact. She slips by.
Look at her move up the racetrack.
Mark Thompson, fortunately, the 66 car was high enough and gave her some room. As you mentioned, Marianne Defoe
great job.
barely getting by.
Great job. You just don't see many single-car accidents here.
Great job by Brett Hudson. He almost saved that car, and there was absolutely nothing to do with that casing gone off the left rear tire.
A lot of guys in this series, this is their first time at Daytona, and they're just out there trying to get some laps under their belt, make some laps, watch the car.
Oh, trouble! Problems on the racetrack. That's the 52. Gets turned around.
As Tom Hesser looked like he had got run into from behind. Milka Duna did a great job avoiding him. Another close call for her.
Was right in the middle of that, but was able to avoid it. Great job on her part.
Yeah, that's great that just a one-car incident.
I know, that's
a nice job.
The second one where we've had a car right in the middle of the pack get turned around, but with only a one-car incident.
But what a tough break for Tom Hesser. Kenny Schrader's team. They're going to run full-time this year for the championship, and this is certainly not the way that they wanted to get started.
He was running 11th. Let's take a look at what happens.
He slowed down in front of him.
Yeah, he had to check up. The guys in front of him let up a little bit, and he got run into from behind.
Yeah, a little damage to the 41 of Ty Dillon. He made some contact.
Yeah, it looked like he got the left front fender just a little bit, so I'm sure they'll be down pit road.
See, there he is going around right now, but he did make contact with that left front fender.
One thing is helping all these drivers, Milka included, is there's so much grip that when you turn the wheel or when you make an evasive move, the car doesn't get sideways, doesn't get out of control. You're able to drive through some of these really tight incidences like we saw right there.
Yeah, a year ago, you couldn't get slowed down. If you turned the wheel, you would slide and get all out of shape. So that's absolutely the truth.
Race summary. As we pass the halfway point, Bobby Gerhardt out in front, only 2 lead changes. 2 different drivers. Their average speed over 141 miles an hour.
Yeah, look at that. 2 cautions for 9 laps. Bobby Gerhardt, I think, needs more caution laps. If this race continues to go green, he may have to make a decision later on. He's probably good till he gets to lap 70 or so, 65 or 70 with the fuel he has. So
problems out of turn 4.
Big wreck.
That's Chad Hockenbraw in the 58. A lot of damage to that race car.
That car, I think it rolled over.
Tremendous amount of damage. I think the 30 of Terry Jones got a little piece of that. He's made his way to pit road.
The field all slowing coming off of turn number 4. Incredible amount of damage to the front and rear of this 58 of Chad Hockenbraw.
Chad and this team, owned by his father Greg, are looking to run the full schedule this year in 2011.
Great sign here. We've got the window net coming down.
Yeah.
About to climb out of that race car is Chad Hockenbraw.
It looks like it right above the driver's door. It looks like where that thing's hit something there. It's been up on its roof.
Yeah, I saw it come off the wall, and I'm pretty sure it was rolling over when I looked up and saw it.
Again, this was coming out of turn number 4 for Chad Hockenbraw. He's lowered the window net. That's normally the sign to the safety crews that he's okay. Let's take a look at what just took place.
This is coming off of turn number 4.
Oh, he just gets sideways back there, and man, there she goes.
There it is, upside down. Actually hit the roof. It looked like on the wall.
Yeah, slammed the roof first into the wall.
He may have had a little bit of help from behind to get that thing sideways, and then when he got sideways, he tried to correct it, and then when it did, it just hooked and went straight into the outside wall.
Well, I wonder how much, we talked about the sun in turn 4. I wonder how much, if that had anything to do with it, because about where he is right where it's kind of blinded for a second.
Yeah, the car behind him may have bumped him a little bit from behind because, as you mentioned, so difficult to see with that sun.
That was Benny Chastain's onboard view of what just took place. Again, a pretty amazing wreck for Chad Hockenbrod. It looked
guys on the inside are doing it the short way.
The cars are more stable in the corners with the downforce and the banking than they are actually down the straightaway.
Lead pack working their way down the backstretch now, led by Bobby Gerhardt. Oh, problems in the 10. That is Ed Pampa.
Caution's out, yellow, yellow.
It's going to be another big break there for Billy Gerhardt.
Billy Gerhardt's going to say, okay, that might help.
Might just take a sip of my drink now.
Ed Pampa in the 10. In turn number 2, got into the wall. Jim Treda, what happened?
I heard a loud boom, guys. I think one of the tires blew. There was fender damage by the time the car was sideways skating across here in the front stretch tri-oval, and then Pampa backed it in the wall just a bit, but he had a long slide, starting, I believe, with a blown tire.
See a lot of debris. The field trying to avoid that. Obviously, they don't want to drive through any pieces of sheet metal.
You can see back there all the rubber off the tire, so it definitely blew a tire.
Oh yeah, right as he
coming into the
trial.
Tire just explodes, and that tears the right rear quarter panel completely off the race car. And he's not cheering because Ed Pampa had an accident. He's cheering because he needed a caution.
Yep, one man's bad luck is another man's good luck. A big sigh of relief. He's got that 17 car behind him, and that car obviously either is going to wait till the last lap to make his move, or he's not going to make a move at all. He now can make it on fuel. Gerhardt can. Oh, trouble! Got a tire down.
Looks like the tire goes down. Also, the 25 has problems. That's Arpin in the 25 into the wall.
Milka didn't make it that time.
And this time we've got more crashing down below. The 23 of Nick Igdalski.
Mary-Ave Dufault is the white car coming down the front straightaway. She was involved. The 15 car, Kyle Fowler, our outside pole sitter, is involved. There's Hal Martin, the 55 car right there.
68
Blackburn.
Problems.
Benny Chastain, the 75 car right there. The Drive to Finish Hunger car, also involved.
Actually, I said Milka didn't make it. That 75 car was the one I thought was Milka. I'm not sure. Did she make it through? Did we see her somewhere?
I think Milka. There's Milka
she
right
is.
there.
Yeah,
I think she made contact with Steve Arpin.
I thought she was in it, but then I didn't see the car.
Yep, Steve Arpin.
I think something happened to the 55 of Hal Martin. It was definitely sparks.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
you
he
saw
started
it.
wobbling.
Another tire looked like, Phil, to me.
Yeah.
The right rear looked like it must have been going.
And we saw Arpin on the inside. Also, then looked like he was correcting because he thought the 55 was going to have problems.
You just make, it's all instinct. You just kind of think, okay, he's going high, I'm going to go low, or whatever the situation may be. You don't really have time to plan anything. You just kind of instinctively make a move and hope it's the right one.
This is Al Martin getting unstrapped.
A devastating accident for Venturini Motorsports. Watch now. Watch the 55, the red car. Towards the right side. A little bit of puff of smoke right there.
Coming out the right rear there.
Still see that.
It's almost like he may have a tire rub. I think that's what happened.
I think it's going to go down by the time he gets down to turn number 3. You see him on the outside of the 44, Frank Kimmel.
And Arpin sees this. He's right behind the 55.
They get down to turn number 3 and watch now.
There she's starting to go, and there she goes.
Looks like a right rear tire. And then Steve Arpin was moving to the inside to try to give him some more room, but Milka had already committed. There was nothing she did wrong.
No room.
Nick Adalci in the 23 also involved. There's John Ferrier, the 14. There's another view of it.
Coming out of turn 55 up against the wall, and the
Ryan Silas, 11, also involved.
Yep. Taking place even down in the grass. for the Venturini group.
There's two of them right here, the 55 and the 25, both cars from the Venturini stable, as well as Kyle Fowler is going to get involved. But you see, Milka was already on the bottom of Steve Arpin, and then Steve was just trying to move down to give Hal Martin some more room. And when he did, Milka was already there. Ty Dillon did a nice job avoiding that on the bottom side.
Well, when you have 5 cars in the field like Venturini did, you got good odds of winning. You also got good odds of wadding up 5 cars.
Getting caught up in something like this.
Just your worst nightmare, that more of your cars involved. Here's the second incident.
Mary Defoe in the 12 trying to avoid, gets hit right there.
Steve Blackburn goes down the hill.
Mary almost had it made, and then the car came down and caught her. She was going by.
Riding along with Steve Arpin here.
You see that car?
They stalemated back there. At 50, they're wrecking behind you. You're wrecking behind you. 55 cut and tire. That's what the smoke was. 25 went with them. We just lost our help here. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Big mess over there. Big mess. Got 55.
Oh, he knows right there. You hear the tire go. When that happens, he knows he's in trouble, and here comes the rest of the gang piling in.
Take a look at the 75 of Vinny Chastain. There he is, same record at him.
Trying to stop, trying to slow down. He's on the brakes, but you just can't stop when you're going 190 miles an hour.
And it looks to be okay right here.
And then...
It's still running, buddy. Come on, you need to stop.
There's Vinny Chastain right there. He had committed to the bottom. And then just couldn't get stopped. Made contact with Steve Blackburn in the 68 car. There's another view of the right rear tire going down. Then it finally exploded and put him in the outside wall bar. By this time, the 25 of Arpin and the 63 of Duno were already together.
But that car coming down off the banking and a couple of cars back here, you know, if they had it just stopped, like right there, man, if you just got that thing woed up.
You're low. Back it down, come to the bottom. Nice and slow down. Easy.
Right when she started to get back in the gas, thought she had it cleared, and then got smacked in the side.
She was doing everything right. She
Yeah,
slowed down.
really
She
was.
knew where she needed to go.